Hello everyone watching at home, you're with Adelaide Eternal, bringing you some sweet, sweet vintage action at our Vintage Challenge. We're nearing the end of the tournament, we've got one more round after this. I'm Sarven McLinton and I'm here in the booth with Beckett Wolfe.
G'day guys, and who are those two handsome looking hands?
We've got
four
two
hands. There's four hands.
We've got two
There's
dapper
six
gentlemen on the
If you
six
include
hands.
the hand of cards.
That's right. We have two gentlemen on the board, on the at the table today, and that's both of us. So we're going to be commenting. I'm going to be talking about your hand. You're going to be talking about my hand or something. This is the first time we've actually seen this video. So I guess we'll do our little player profiles. This is Beckett Wolfe. And you have a large number of wins. You've got 4 wins now, which is solid for the number of challenges. And you are an aficionado of all 3 of these sweet, sweet formats. Also, most of your body is composed of French bread.
Now, this is Sarven McLinton, Dr. Sarven McLinton. And unfortunately for me, Sarv's wins never seem to go down. They're either stable, plateaued, or they're on their way up, and that makes it more and more difficult for me to hype him constantly. But yes, he's our premier player, and he has the most amount of top 8, the most amount of wins in all formats. And
on the upside, we are the top 2.
Oh, that's good.
We're the
Are
top
we the
2.
Top? Am I the second?
Yeah, you're the second.
I've
You're
got
the
less
second in number
top
of-
8s than Brendan, though.
Yeah, Brendan's got more top 8s than you, but you've got more wins.
Oh, well, I'll take that.
So this is a clash of the heavyweights then, I guess. Why don't you tell me what your deck is all about?
My deck is bad. My deck is a little bit outdated. I've been playing the same list for a while. I really like the interaction with the Runescar Demon and Oath lists. It's not the most powerful demon. Being a 6/6 buddy is usually enough to get the job done, though. And essentially, your Oath of Druids, you hit Runescar Demon, you find Time Walk, you cast Time Walk, you do it again. If Time Walk gets binned, you can Memory Journey it back, or you can Regrowth it back. And you can keep cycling this by then searching Regrowth and then searching Yawgmoth's Will. It's certainly not an infinite combo, but
it's pretty deterministic. That's what I like about your
about 70%
your
of the
list.
time you get to Time Walk the first time you do it, and worst case scenario you don't Time Walk, but you have a Demonic Tutor for free, which is pretty good in Vintage when you have huge selection of amazing cards.
Yeah, I love how your deck is kind of like, I can never let you trigger Oath, because the moment you trigger it, you usually it's almost a deterministic win, depending on how you flip the top cards of your deck, which we might see here maybe.
Tell me about your deck, Sal.
So I have bad news for you. Obviously, we've been testing this matchup.
We should have swapped. I should have talked about your deck. You should have talked about my deck.
Where the two of us have been testing this mirror quite a bit, and the Oath deck, the particular Oath deck that I'm on, is a Planeswalker based Oath deck, and it's actually designed to prey on the mirror. Because we were building these, preparing for Eternal Weekend, and I was like, I was expecting there to be a lot of Oath, which there wasn't, but I wanted something that would be good in the Oath mirror. So this is an Oath deck which has fewer Oaths, fewer Orchards, and has a Planeswalker package. You can use eclectic Planeswalkers like Nahiri to go up and keep presenting a threat against Force of Will decks. They have to force it, otherwise it just keeps going up, and then makes a Grizzlebrand attack them, gain some life, draw 7 cards. Or against the creature decks, Nahiri exiles one of their creatures, which is really cool. And then in the mirror, it can balance out your tokens by killing tokens. But then there's other, even more strange Planeswalkers, and I've had a lot of questions about this. Chandra Pyromaster. It is not the good Chandra. So, you've got the good Chandra, and then you've got this Chandra, which is not the good Chandra. In the Oath mirror, it's amazing, because it does 1 damage to target player and 1 creature that they control. And what you can do is you can target yourself and kill Forbidden Orchard spirit tokens, and you can basically always be advantaged when it comes to triggering Oath. Like, you'll always be able to do it, whether you're managing their tokens or your tokens.
Managing chickens is the term we came up with.
That's it. Each of them makes a chicken, and then you just you need to have your own little farm. Make sure that you manage the right number of them.
And we'll probably see a few chickens this match. Should we get down to it?
All right, let's check out and see what I was going to say. What phase of players are in, but what phase we're in. You've presented your deck. I've presented my deck. It's the time for the cuts, I guess. Oh, we've done it. Already done. So let's see. I don't actually remember. I remember the result of the game, but I don't remember how it all went. So I'm mulling to 6. Is that right? Or is that 7? It's quite hard to see. No, we're rolling dice, so we don't know. That's Beckett on the play for sure. So we are on 7 then. So my hand, let's see if us professionals, Forbidden Orchard, Inferno Titan, some lands, Oath of Druids, there's a Mox.
Misstep as well.
You've got Double Force, Sensei's Divining Top, some lands, and some Fire Breath thing, which is terrible. That card is so bad in your hand, right?
It's bad in the hand.
Yeah.
It's decent in the deck.
It's great in your deck, but really bad in your hand.
I don't think it would be good in your deck. I needed to kill Planeswalkers, because sometimes like Jace just unsummons your dude, and you can get value out of recasting them, but you can never really get pressure. So it helps you with the pressure.
That's it. So I went Mental Misstep your top, and you wisely play the land afterwards to kind of bluff that you don't have. And here's the Oath. And this is giving you 1 chicken. You Force of Will the Oath. And obviously this is great. I get to ask you because I get to see your hand. You're obviously forcing this because you know I have the Orchard.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, you've got the Orchard. And sometimes you want to bluff the Orchard and just play Oath, because I play Oath sometimes without the Orchard, because there's not that much main board enchantment removal. There's a lot of artifact removal, but not much. Maybe Frag, maybe Wear Tear, but I usually just bluff it if I can. But if you've got the choice between playing Orchid on turn 2, on turn 1, or playing another line and then playing the Orchid, it's better to just play the Orchid first, because triple force.
Yeah, so you're forcing my Ancestral Recall. So obviously
I'm down to 1 card.
You're down to 1 card, which is Fire Breathing or Fire Breath.
Yeah, Dragon Breath. It's not a good last one. But
So-
hell, I can give that token haste.
I'm interested to see what I do here. Yeah, I have Brainstorm in hand, but I'm not going to Brainstorm to find.
Well, you could.
Force of Will
I mean,
on
this is
blue
a tricky
card.
one
That's
because you
terrible.
can. I agree. I don't think you want to, because you can give me the 1/1. It's so awkward with the Orchids, because you can get yourself in this rut where you don't want to give them 1/1s, because if you don't find that answer, then you die to the 1/1s. But
so there's Nahiri,
I mean, it's managing
some
chickens,
lands.
right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the whole deck, managing chickens.
So this is a good Brainstorm. So I waited until my turn. I didn't fight over the Force, because what am I going to Brainstorm into? It's terrible. So I just go to my turn, Brainstorm after I've drawn another card, and I don't have to give you a chicken.
I think it's way better.
Yeah, and then I have a fetch land in hand.
Dig a card
ready to
deeper as
shuffle.
well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because even if you hit Force there, is it that good?
No, I think
Like you
drawing
probably
3 random
would.
cards,
You probably would Force, but like it's not amazing to force and draw 3 random cards, which you've just sort of burnt your hand anyway by forcing and brainstorming.
Yeah.
And then giving them chickens, which you now need to find an answer for, or now need to find a threat to race. So
this is after the Brainstorm. I put away 2 lands and keep the Mox Emerald because it allows me to play Nahiri. So although I give you a token, I get to actually manage tokens with Nahiri if I want to, or I can make her go up.
And she's actually got a fair amount of loyalty to start with, and
It's
she goes
insane,
up by
isn't
2.
it?
Yeah.
So now this is a tricky. Like, what would you do here? Would you kill
think
the
I'd
tap
up.
token and then be on 2 and then start going up,
It's tough. I think I'd
or
go
would
up.
you go up?
I'd
I don't remember what I do,
start,
so I'm
start
curious.
shaping my hand, and accept that if Nahiri's getting beat at 2 hits a turn, and going up at 2 hits a turn, then I've managed my chickens correctly, and I'm sculpting my hand, which is where I want to be.
Yep, agreed. So that's me calculating it right now, right?
I mean, you've got a pretty awful hand, and I've got an
my
awful
hand is just
you don't
Inferno
know.
Titan.
You don't know what my hand is.
So like my hand is next turn draw land, play Inferno Titan. So
Yeah, pretty
I'm
good.
gonna go up and I shuffled away the Inferno Titan. I kept Strip Mine because he didn't play a land.
Yorgmoth's
Yorgmoth was
the
pretty
old one's
decent draw,
good, yeah.
Especially with Ancestor Recall in the bin. So this is Dragon Breath on the
Huge.
token.
This is absolutely
and you actually get to
monstrous.
Fire Breathe it as well. Wow.
It was the correct play.
This is real, yeah. Like, I love this play.
So, it
you
doesn't
actually
feel
get to
great.
attack for 3. This is great.
The Fire Breath is just awful in my hand, though. So worst
Yeah.
case scenario, the thing
You did 2
dies.
damage. It was like a shock, right?
Well, it means I get to
Yeah.
race the Planeswalker, because now
Yeah.
I'm killing the Planeswalker at a faster rate than it's going up. And I don't know that Sav's hand's good, because he only had 1 card, and he chose to discard it to Nahiri anyway, so I assume it's bad.
I gotta just draw a random card.
And of course he hits Yawgmoth's Will, which I think is probably game here, just from the sheer value. But
Yeah.
I think it was correct to do that. I mean, ideally the creature dies and then Dragon Breath's in my bin, which is where I want it. Or I just keep it on and I race the Nahiri. Because
Yeah.
I can do it for 2, and if I hit a land I can do it for 3, which is like a legitimate clock. I kill the Planeswalker and then I can actually pressure.
Well, I can see that. And now I have Strip Mine to just strip your blue source, but I'm actually just casting Oath.
Yeah, that'll
So, like, rather than strip you. And this way I get to trigger and I've got Force of Will in hand as well, so I've given you a token. Nahiri goes up. Whatever I discard gets exiled because we're in a Yawgmoth's Will turn.
Do you still draw then?
Yeah, you do. I think so. I think so. I've discarded Preordain, which obviously means my hand's good, right? I guess. Like if your opponent's discarding Preordain, it's probably a bad sign. Yeah, it's a bad sign. Oh, Dig Through Time, Dack Fade, and Force of Will Ponder. Seems alright.
Here we go, that Dragon Breath doing work.
Getting in there. Fire Breathe again, and it's lethal for Nahiri. So Nahiri gained me...
There was an option there, I think, to race.
Yeah,
I don't think I would win,
no.
but I think maybe there was a chance there that if I...
Nahiri gained 8 life for me, so like I could be on 7, and then it wouldn't work because I get to trigger Oath, but yeah. You know what we're trying to do. Strip mine just to protect your own land, right? Because otherwise, it's game over if you don't have a blue land, right? Or a blue-green land.
Oh, dear.
No. There's Chandra Pyromaster. Slice and Dice. Yeah, as you can see, it's all built for the mirror, right? But that's Mystic Retrieval in the graveyard now. Mystic Retrieval was really good at flashing back Time Walk. It's really there solely for those kind of big blowout Time Walk turns.
And it sort of stood out to me as that's not a vintage card.
Yeah, like what is that? Oh, and I'm like, it's Snapcaster Mage from your graveyard. That's what it is. It's kind of this really weird...
I should probably try running that. It probably fits my deck.
It's pretty fun.
Well with
It's fun for these kind of grindy Oath decks, whereas yours is more like a turbo Oath deck.
I'm very all in on the combo. I'm incorrectly playing way too many City of Brass and Mana Confluence. I've since cut it down.
Yeah, it's tricky to manage, isn't it?
I just got so sick of like fetching after a big Oath and not having any like lands to actually fetch out.
It's
because
frustrating.
All the like Trops and Undergrounds are in your bin, and you're like, because Vintage has such views, runs like sometimes 2, like 5 fetchable lands at most sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
So it can be really annoying.
I've definitely had that situation where you just fetch and you're just like, there's no sort like, and often in the blue mirrors you side out basic island. So you kind of fetch and you're like, I don't even have any targets, Well, this is just like burying. This is, call the graph digger because we need to just bury you. This is...
I don't think I've probably got many, if any, outs.
Yeah, not many, if any. How many outs?
How many outs do you know top deck like this?
Draw like this. Not many.
I don't know, like... I think I've actually got none. Even Time Walk doesn't do anything here, right?
Yeah. I think it's just kind of writings on the wall here, but slice and dice. There's a Time Walk. I think it was one of those where I'm like, look, I'm just going to look for Time Walk. When I get Time Walk, I'm going to Mystic Retrieval with the Time Walk again, and it's over. I honestly do not remember what I sideboard, but in principle, what do you sideboard in Oath Mirrors?
Well, it's a tough... I always said to stuff, depends on how good I think my opponent is. If I think my opponent's bad, I sideboard out a couple of the Oaths.
Oh, yeah. And then you like bank on them playing it.
Because I assume that they're going to play it incorrectly and I'll just like keep the Orchids in my hand a little bit and not show what I got. And then when they play Oath, I like start Orchiding them.
Yeah.
But if they're good, then it's a bit too cute. So I usually keep in... I'm very all in on the combo, so I don't really have any opportunity to... I don't have a transformative sideboard or anything like that. I'm very all in on it. For me, I run 3 Show and Tell mainboard.
The 3 Show and Tell is like really strong because I remember in our testing constantly, you cast Show and Tell and like, I have to force this? Like, it just feels so bad, and then you have to like... or Pyroblast it, and then you don't fight over it, and I'm like, it was a bait, wasn't it? Like, it just feels so bad.
Well, so sometimes you can do
bringing in
and then just
balance,
drop the Oath, and you're
Pyroblast, and three Oaths, 1 Trop out. And by the way, I only play 3 Oaths, so all of my Oaths out and 1 land out, and I bring in Nature's Claim, Balance, and double Pyroblast. So basically, I turn into a control deck post side with Forbidden Orchards to manage the Oath triggers.
Really good, right? If you're just a control deck, but you happen to run Forbidden Orchids, which like gives you a chance to like hurt my Oath or trigger your own Oath.
Yeah.
The issue with Show and Tell for me is that you have Inferno Titan, and Show and Tell can be really risky because there's a lot of Blightsteel Colossuses out there, and I've definitely been done by that.
That's a good point. That's definitely a good point.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a double-edged sword in like maybe 5% of the game.
It's a weird one because then you get to Demonic Tutor, and you can like kind of Demonic Tutor your Oath. block, like play Oath, block, and then like you can go through this cycling and you can still win, but it's a bit tense. So
for those at home, Demonic Tutor is basically what you just call the name of that ability, right? Search your library for the ability on that Runescarred demon.
So I think I probably side it out. Like I usually always side out at least one show and tell. I just want it main board to be proactive, but like almost always I'm starting out one or two show and tells and one Runescarred demon.
Makes sense. Every time I've played our playtesting matches together, every time you resolve a show and tell and you drop a fatty, those are the games I lose guaranteed. So yeah, show and tell out, something blue out. Is that another show and tell?
So it's two show and tells on Runescarred, and it was I think it was Abrupt Decay. I'm not sure what else. Abrupt Decay. Oh, I'm trying to think what's in my sideboard.
Abrupt Decay hits Dak Faden, which is definitely a very strong card in the slow.
What also hits Grafdigger's Cage? I need
Grafdigger's Cage
because I assume you're siding it in because I kind of know what you're up to.
Yeah, that's it.
I basically always have to side in.
I end up not doing it, but yeah, I don't have it in my deck. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like have the Abrupt Decay for whatever their answer is. They got some kind of answer.
Abrupt Decay, always hits something, and it's basically always Grafdigger's Cage.
Yeah, definitely. So this is the shuff and present. I think I like having sideboard notes because I just go on autopilot. I do my sideboard and then I just present my deck really quickly. That helped a lot when we were at Eternal Weekend, where it's just like, you're just there for 3 days, 3 long days, and it exhausts you, and you're just too much to think. So you just go, oh yep, I know what you're on. Okay, I'll just consult my sideboard notes, jam these in, take these out, shuffle up, present your deck, and you're done. Done schnitzel. Schnitzel's fried. All ready to eat. So here we go. Let's have a look. Let's hope. I think we're both on 7 for this game as well, right?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think.
I can't
so.
remember if I win or if we get a 3. I'm kind of excited now.
It's always
looks like
tense.
I've got an Oath in hand.
Yeah. So I've got Jet in hand again, and
a Misstep.
I've got a Orchard and Ancient Grudge, Misstep.
It's a pretty good hand.
Preordain, Pyroblast. Yeah, that's just like a control hand. That's what I want. But if you drop Oath here, that'd be rough for me. DT.
And I've got the Oath, so I think I'm DTing for Orchid here.
Oh, yeah, that's so
as opposed to DTing for... Because I know the last thing I want to do is play Oath, and then you play Orchid.
Yeah.
And I go like,
this backfired. You got more chickens than me.
And then I get my DT forced or something. So I lead with the DT because I'm still triggering the Oath the same turn 3, playing it turn 2, triggering it turn 3, either way. So I might as well play the safe route.
Yep, definitely. And I like this as well because, for those who haven't ever Force of Willed a Demonic Tutor before, you know how you're meant to Force of Will the thing they find? Remember that they can find lands, and most commonly you end up finding Strip Mine, Library of Alexandria, and Forbidden Orchard. Those are the 3 most commonly found
absolutely. Ones. Or they search for Tendrils.
Tendrils, yeah. And
can't force the Tendrils, can you?
Can't counter it.
Yeah.
So I'm leading with Ruby, Jet, and Ancient Grudge your Mox.
Yeah.
And so I guess I'm just doing this because I'm getting out ahead, right? I'm like, I've got Moxes in hand, so I'll hit your Mox and I'll slow you down.
Well, you're keeping up. It hasn't affected your hand. Yeah. Like, there's nothing else you were going to deploy, so...
Can't Pyroblast that. Ain't nobody got Pyroblast for that.
So I'm bluffing. I'm bluffing that I've DT'd for Oath and I didn't have the Orchid, and then I play Orchid.
And here's the Orchid. Yeah, I love this
because maybe Sarv goes, well, I've got an Orchid as well, and I've got a Force. And he goes, so I'm not going to force the Oath because you don't have an Orchid yet, and we've got the same amount of chance of hitting an Orchid.
Yep.
So I've gone Orchid second, but you do have an Orchid, which is
do.
awkward.
I got it. It's awkward.
I'm going to make that joke every time.
Yeah, jokes just
every
keep
match.
getting more awkward. So if you're... okay, so here I get Volk end of turn. So I could have got Trop at the end of turn to flashback Ancient Grudge, but here I'm getting Volk because I want double red to cast Chandra if I draw Chandra, if I top deck Chandra, but without creating a token. But
why fetch it all?
I can't remember. Why did I do it there? I think maybe I was fetching for Trop, and then I decided halfway through, actually, I shouldn't do this. That's probably what it was. That sounds a bit more like what happened.
Is that an
Black
Orchid?
Lotus, and I think it's a second Orchid.
Oh, no.
Black Lotus, Black Lotus, Forbidden Orchid. So what do you do? Sink the Lotus, keep the Orchid, so that you can just...
Lotus isn't actually doing anything as cool as it looks.
I've got so much mana. So here I just play awkward and pass, and then you groan, right?
Yeah.
I think I distinctly remember you groaning, like at some point. It was probably this point.
Now, normally I don't give them 1/1s if I don't have to. And my instinct was just to go untap, and then I'm like, wait we're going to be giving each other as many chickens as possible.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to give him a chicken.
Yeah. 1 chicken to me, 1 chicken to you, and then we need to make sure that we manage our chickens better throughout the game.
Yeah, so give you all.
Yep. And so I do the same. Make sure that at the end, by
like
the
it's
time
better
I pass
for
a
me.
turn, you have
It's one for one, but like it is better for me because you have to use your mana more. I can keep my mana up in your turn, but you have to use your mana in your turn.
Yep.
You can't. Right. Yeah, you can't leave it up. So it's slightly better for me, slightly less awkward. And I go, ooh, second awkward. Now I've got him.
Yeah.
I think I just ripped it off the top, good. And I was like, oh yeah, I deserve this match. And then he goes second awkward.
Yeah. So you throw your hands up, and I pointed the preordain. I'm like, yeah, I found preordain. I preordained, and I found this, and I thought may as well keep a second one.
I've gotten in there with my chicken.
That's it.
You got a race.
And this is where we're like...
Who's going to win the race?
This is... Well, my hand is terrible. It was a Pyroblast, Mental Misstep, 2 Moxen.
Alright, so give you some chickens, and you give me some chickens.
And I give him some back.
But I'm tapping you out, mate.
That's it.
It's a lot of chickens.
So, yeah, now I
it's almost like we can't race each other because we'll always have the same amount of chickens.
That's it. I use the green from the Forbidden Orchard to just hit your Mox, deny you a bit of room to play with anything.
Get in there for 3. Ooh, that'll take you down to 15. I don't know if you can handle that.
Oh no.
Better block them all.
We had I think we had a discussion here. I'm like, I keep 1 because, I have an out here. Like if I get not slice and dice, if I get Chandra.
I
can't remember what it was. Like,
or Inferno Titan or something. You can hit your own guy and it's better, but maybe you just assume that I'm going to give you chickens either way.
Let's make my hand not terrible because my hand is 2 mana and irrelevant cards. Double Dak Faden. Get to play a Dak Faden here. Always good.
Dak Strip Saf?
Yeah, Dak Strip.
Oh, Dak Strip.
So I guess Dak Goose. You get to pitch the Dak.
Dak chicken, more like
not the chickens. I give you a chicken, then I play a Dak. And
here's the Dak chicken.
And then I'm gonna pitch the other Dak to the Dak probably. Kind of regretting, Ancient Grudging all your Moxen away. Not that I need more mana, but I get to pitch. Okay, now my hand's getting better. I got Slice and Dice. And if you haven't seen Slice and Dice before, it is literally only playable in Sketchy Oath. Like Sketchy Oath decks, like my current Sketchy deck, where, you play these cards that are like unplayable and everything else. But
like Dragon Breath.
Yeah, like Dragon Breath. You slice and dice in the mirror, it's amazing. You clear all the 1/1s away and you draw a card and it can't be countered. But it's really good not really good. It's playable against shops because what you do is you cycle it and that doesn't tax it doesn't tax the spell, and it kills Phyrexian Revoker and blisters on 1. So strip mine one of your orchards. I have 2 orchards now, so I have orchard superiority. The ability to eventually trigger your oath.
But it's a slow process.
Very slow process.
Because I'm up 1 turn of orchid giving, so I've got an extra... right? I've got an extra
like Christmas.
Orchid. Yeah.
So, yeah, you've given me some tokens. I've got Slice and Dice, I got Inferno Titan, and 1 more Mox.
Alright, so. Preordain, here we go.
Preordain. Would you just jam misstep this? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Snap misstep straight.
That's not fair. Why do you get to resolve your preordains and find orchids? And I don't get to resolve my preordains and find orchids.
Definitely unbalanced, right?
Alright, get in there for 2 on deck. Here we go.
Yeah, just attack the deck because, I've been taking it all this time, so, Now, I think we had another discussion. I'm like, so what happens here? Should we, just trade them off? Because then I've got more orchard token. It's confusing. But, Dak's going to do the work here. I mean, fundamentally, my hand was bad. Then I got Dak, and then my hand got good. Dak discards all the geese. And... I don't know, the chickens are making the the geese, what do the geese make? They make a honking sound.
They honk. I'm not going to honk on camera.
Yeah, but what does the fox say? So let's see what the pitch is. It's probably going to be the Mox Emerald, and I think I'm just counting out, should I just cast Inferno Titan here? I think that's what I'm doing. But I'm like, I think I'll just trigger Oath, right?
Well, Infinite Titan gives me a creature.
Yeah. So, do I...
It gives you a creature to help me trigger.
But then I give you 2 creatures.
Then
you give me one
You've got
creature.
the thing that you're going to oath anyway.
Yeah.
But my thing oath's better than your thing. Slightly.
Yeah, your oathy things are better than my oathy things. My oathy things are castable.
So what are you on? Like 2 Infinite Titan, 1 Grizzlebrand?
Yeah.
And I'm right now, after siding, I'm on 2 Runescar Demon, 1 Grizzlebrand.
Yep. Seems legit. So your Grizzle man is in the sideboard, is he?
No, he's main board.
He's the main board. But you side out one.
I side out 1 Runescar Demon.
1 Runescar Demon. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. 4 oath targets is,
Well, it's because I got show and tell. So I'm happy to have like critters in hand.
Makes sense. So I ended up discarding the lands because the mana sources, because I went, okay, I'm not going to cast Inferno Titan, just going to cast Nahiri.
Yep, which is good. It's fine. It'll do the job.
Is this just like Thug Life Planeswalker tribal?
And now I'm like, ugh, this is bad. Got the removal for my Oath of Druids, which I cast from my hand, costing me a card, and you're not even removing it because it's about to win you the game.
That's it. And I didn't.
Bad.
I just plussed and I didn't even discard. That's a bad sign, right? You're just like, oh, my opponent didn't discard to Nahiri. That's probably bad.
Getting in there, though.
Nahiri, right? So yeah, this is one of those things where like, okay, wait, now I'm going to give you a token at the end of your turn, but you're going to give me a token, so I can not trigger the oath yet, so I have to block it. Oh, really weird, right? So strange. So
yeah, you will get there eventually, just not
slowly, but
this turn.
Surely,
yeah.
Right? And then
I almost got away with that one.
Good old Adelaide Eternal tokens making their presence known here, representing chickens in this particular game. As I said in our playtesting match, I believe I said something along the lines of, I need to learn how to manage chickens better.
I need to learn how to manage chickens better. He said it really, really like with a concerned look in his face.
Like, this is serious. This is going to affect my performance at Eternal Weekend. Drawing another Pyroblast. So double Pyroblast, Inferno Titan, ready to go.
And jamming the Tight Man.
That's it. So Force of Will blue card. They just brought a what do you pitch? Like two
Slice
Pyroblasts?
And dice, maybe.
Slice and dice. See, I was holding the slice and dice, but I think I win that mirror anyway. I think I win the
you exactly.
The race.
You don't need. You're happy with the amount of chickens on the bit.
That's it. Yeah. I don't want to.
So Slice and Dice Pyroblast, I think, is probably what you discard here. And
it sounds realistic, unless I kept it in case you top deck another token maker. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but then you've still got Inferno.
Yeah.
Titan.
I pitch Inferno Titan. Okay. I think I decided if I'm not going to play Inferno Titan last turn, I'm never going to cast it. So let's just.
I think it's
Treasure Cruise. Okay. Yeah.
Because you do even though it doesn't feel like it, you are actually winning the token match.
Yeah.
Because you've got 2 and I've got 1. It's just been a bit of a lag because I was like...
Because you're up.
I was up 1 and you were just keeping afloat, and now you're up 1 and I'm just keeping afloat. But next turn you'll trigger Oath, so... and even if I rip 1 at this point, then it's even Stevens and you've got 2 Planeswalkers and a Treasure Cruise resolved.
Feels strong. Definitely feels strong. So this is resolving Treasure Cruise, and I'm like, please be a blue card in here, otherwise this would be an egg on my face. Dropping the Force of Will shields, but I could hard cast it, but then I can't cast the Pyroblast. Literally any blue spell you cast, I'm going to Pyroblast it.
And now I think
the Wasteland for the last Orchid.
Yeah.
This is going to seal the deal. It's inevitable that we're going to get there. But Nahiri goes up to 8, ready to ultimate next turn. And you're
I thought it was a pretty good.
Non-existent.
I thought it was a pretty good match. I thought I played all right, but I got absolutely schnitzeled there.
I think it's just that this is the Oath build to prey on Oath builds, right? It's versatile Oath, and yours is all in Oath, and just if you don't have the all in on that turn 1,
and you've even got the Wastelands as well, which I like.
I love Wastelands, so good. Anyway, we could gush about these decks all day because obviously they're our pet favourites. But thank you very much for watching this. We will be back with the last round of the tournament, and we're Adelaide Eternal.
See you later at the next one.